Hey, I'm Samantha Cotter, and today is part 2. Last week was all about LookUp Creatives, the story behind the story, the goal behind the story, how LookUp Creatives came about. Today we get to share about what it is that we actually do and how we can help you from a social media perspective. If you want to find out more about what it is that we do, stay tuned, stay here to all those things that YouTube tells you to do, like click the button, subscribe, comment, leave a comment, yes? Have you ever left a comment on a video before? So now you're a small business, you don't know how to utilize your online social media. The very first thing we do is me and you connect and we come up with a social media strategy for your business. Do you know which online platform is best suited for you and your company? There are so many out there. Corporate environments lean more towards LinkedIn, YouTube for their videos, Instagram. Whereas the beauty brands, if you run a small little nail technician or you're a distributor for a beauty brand, perhaps suited for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So first we sit down, we strategize, we look at your environment, at your company, at the blueprint of where you are at, and we pick social media platform that is best suited for you and your company. Who? Number 2. That's also really, really important. Who are you talking to as a business? Who is your target market? Does your small little business have like a little avatar that's reaching out to other people? Do you know what they look like, their interest, the things that they're searching for online? Number 3, type of content that you want to put out there. And on your social media platform that you pick, you need to know which areas that you're going to focus on. For example, Instagram has so many options alone on one platform. That is stories, reels, pictures, live pictures, text, DMs. Mapping out the content strategy as well. I learned this great example from Latasha James. It's one of the social media managers that I follow. You know, think big, stalk them, learn from them. Areas that I can grow in and improve constantly, and because it's such an evolving industry. Anyway, back to what she taught me, and I absolutely love this. She calls it content pillars. Social media content should be based on 3 foundational pillars. It doesn't just have to be that, but that's like our rule of thumb. Perhaps you want to introduce a new employee, or you want to add some encouragement, steal a bit here, add a bit of salt and pepper there, but predominantly you're going to focus on your 3 pillars and create and generate content around those. And then the last one we're going to talk about for today, before I leave you and we come back next week, social media managers should most definitely and assuredly be goal orientated. Goals that we work towards monthly, weekly, or however it is that you're setting up the contract for. Also KPIs. KPIs stand for key performance indicators. So there's always a program running on the background that is telling you about how your feed in content is doing and in which area. So if you're focusing specifically like Facebook, overall in general is very family orientated, very personal orientated. So you can do a lot of business on there, but what within your business is going to generate the most traffic, likes, movement, engagement? And predominantly it's going to be personal pictures. Pictures of you or your children, or pictures of something not perfect. That's personally inclined. The audience on Facebook, that is what warms them. That is what generates traffic. Instagram, for instance, can be more online shopping. And do you get what I'm trying to put down? Your KPIs. So if you then connect weekly or monthly with it, it should tell you in which area of your month's post there's been most engagement or growth. You can then from there figure out where your strengths lies and where your weaknesses lies. And as part of social media manager, it is my responsibility to come back to you and to give you this monthly feedback of our growths, and so therefore keep in target with our goals. Yay! It sounds so easy. So part of the journey is creatives asking access to certain areas. So we become admin, or we become managers on your existing sites. You give us access to that, and preferably we are not the only ones, because if something should happen to LookUp Creatives, or we'll just move on. So that is it for today. I'm trying to keep the videos really nice and short, and I have the gift of the gap. So I'm going to love and leave you now. Next week we discuss creating content, publishing content, video videos, pictures. Stay tuned. If there's any questions, please leave it, comment, leave it in my inbox, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Follow us for next week. Follow us next week. Follow us next week for part 3.